Welcome to Beach Jam Media, your resource-driven oasis with your host, Jennifer Corbin-Carson. Join us each week as we dive into hot topics and essential materials for individuals and businesses. We invite you to get your feet wet and explore life's offerings. From insightful discussions to practical advice, we're here to navigate the tides of change together. Come join us for Beach Jam Media, where knowledge flows endlessly and where the currents of insight never stop. So come on, let's get our feet wet and explore what's waiting for us on the beach.
Excuse me, Jennifer Corbin-Carson, and we are diving into some more community resources for the veterans today. Just a little bit about me. I am a wife, a mom, a veteran, a grandmother, an entrepreneur, a business owner. So I wear many hats. And the hat I wear for you today is the resource hat. So here you can get all the resources you need to live your daily life and to get challenges today. Resources to help you manage the waves of change in your life or whatever pops up in life. So with that being said, we have another great show for you today, and we will go to commercial break and we will be right back with our show. Stay tuned.
Beach Jam Media is your resource-driven oasis, hosted by Jennifer Corbin-Carson. Each week, we dive into hot topics and essential resources for individuals, businesses, veterans, and their families. Join us for insightful discussions and practical advice as we navigate the tides of change together. At Beach Jam Media, knowledge flows endlessly and insights never stop. Contact us to be a part of our show at our email address, beachjammedia@gmail.com.
You've been watching Beach Jam Media with Jennifer Corbin-Carson. We invite you to jump back in and keep your feet wet with us as we continue to be your guide through the waves of change. Now let's dive back into the show.
That was a new commercial. I love it, guys. How are you this morning?
Johnson, who happens to be a vet in the military, grab this microphone, Mr. Johnson.
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
And that's Jennifer. And he just walked in.
Hi,
Awesome.
How are you? Hi.
Good. How are you?
Good, fine, thank you.
Good.
Russ
It's nice to see your face.
He's actually a veteran of which war?
Korea.
The
Korean War.
One of
72 years ago, I joined.
One of those few guys still left with us, thank God.
Wow.
They can talk about it. But I
Yeah.
wanted to bring Russ on to talk about some of the things that we've been talking about in the last few other shows. But this is a live veteran, and I wanted him to express with you the things that veterans need, some of the information that we can share, and I wanted to get his feedback on the situation. I know Russ about 10 years,
Uh-huh.
right?
Right, about
10 years.
Yeah.
And we've done some really interesting things in the past. But today we're talking veterans. So hello between the two of you.
Right. Hi again.
You have an organization? A non-profit?
Say that again.
You,
Oh, no, not a nonprofit.
oh, okay.
Not yet, at least.
Well, that's a good idea
Well, why
because...
don't you tell them what you do so you can fill them in?
Oh, okay.
Right. So this podcast is all about getting resources out to veterans and their families and military members about what the resources are that are the lesser known resources that people can take advantage of and not and to help them with their daily lives and to make it a little bit easier.
Right. So you're talking about benefits in terms of the people, they show you the 214 and you go down a list about what's available for them? Like how?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Even military members.
Medical services, et cetera, disability and all that. and although
Correct.
you cover a lot of areas.
I do.
But how long have you been
But
doing it? How
we've
long?
been doing it for just a couple months.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you attached to the VA?
No, I
No.
am not attached to the VA, but I do work with the VA Medical Center in Dublin, and we work together to get more information out.
Okay. Okay. You're located where?
I'm in Georgia.
In Georgia. Ah,
Yeah, so we're just north of you.
I got you. Well, veterans,
So,
they got PTSD. I mean, I don't want to go over the whole list. They got everything. A lot of those guys from World War II and Korean War and Vietnam War, obviously paid a big price to make things happen in saving the country. But not all of getting the quality services that they require. As you know, you probably ran into that.
correct.
Right. So how do you reach out to? You go to the VFW, go to the American Legion. Where do you go?
Right. So right now, I am in contact with our local Veterans Committee for our county, and right now that is the local and through the VA in Dublin. Those are the local resources that I use to get out to people, and we've just been doing it a few months, so
Okay.
we're kind of stepping it. And and then through this avenue, of course, Freddie and Dawn
The podcast.
have been the podcast. So it's been a challenge so far, but a worthy challenge.
Now, Russ, we're looking for her to be an advocate for veterans who just don't know what is available to them.
Right. Burial and all
and
that
things
stuff.
that they can sign up for. We have a gentleman by the name of Max that we spoke to that does the show with Laura, and he does VA loans
Oh yeah.
in South Florida and beyond. We're going to hook him up also with Jennifer.
Okay.
But the big announcement we made yesterday is that we have now made Jennifer in Atlanta our subsidiary in Atlanta. So we are going to put Ant Media Productions in Atlanta so that we're going to grow the network and we're going to get all the people that we know involved. That's why I asked. And I asked Russ to come and join me this morning. I said, Russ, please, please, please come on down at 10:30 in the morning. He said to me, in the morning? I said, yeah, come on down. But the object of the game here is that I want her to understand, teaming up with somebody like yourself and Max, that the vets have to come out and just say, hey, I need some help, and let's get it done.
They need a lot of help, because they don't understand the benefits available to them.
And they're afraid to ask.
Yeah, they just don't bother asking, But
The worst thing to do is not to ask a question.
right.
And then it goes by and it continues to grow by and it continues to go by. So Jennifer is the advocate voice of veterans that need some assistance.
Well, I would recommend that she's in Georgia, call the VFW in that area, call the American Legion in that area, and all the other veterans organizations, and get the word out. After all, you're going to be inundated for people coming to her for relief. I'm due some disability. The Veterans Administration won't see me, and they turn me down. You get that quite often.
And she served in the military. You were in the Navy, right, Jennifer?
I was in the Navy, yes.
When?
I can't hear Mr. Johnson.
When did you serve? When were you? What year did you serve? When did you serve?
I was in 97 through 2011.
What did you do?
I was an electronics technician in the Navy. I did SATCOM.
Yeah,
I
SATCOM.
can't hear him.
Yeah, SATCOM. She did.
Satellite
SATCOM.
communications.
She did satellite communications. Yes.
Okay. Oh, sorry, like
Oh,
communications.
perfect. Much
Okay.
better.
Okay. Good. 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 Had a wrong mic.
So
So
I
you
did satellite communications.
so you're gonna do this full time or part time or just when you get a chance, or what are you doing?
Well, no,
Well, number one, I
we're.
congratulate you for even thinking about this because there's so
Oh,
many
thank you.
people who are not getting the relief that they need or benefit they need because you got the burial stuff and all of that they entitled
Right.
to, and they don't know how to go through that rigmarole, that process. But go ahead, go ahead.
Absolutely. No, I thank you. I appreciate that. No, I think the goal is to do it full time.
Is that right? You might consider putting a nonprofit organization together, 501c3.
Right.
I have
And
a
I
fr-
have.
I got a
We're
friend.
not there yet.
I got a friend who can help you do that.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah. Okay.
No, he's a mountain of information and data and people to pick in. But what I want to do
That's
right now, just for the show's purpose, I want to talk about one aspect of something that's available to a veteran today. Maybe
Right.
something that they're not aware of. The laws changed today in the real estate game for different reasons.
Right.
So maybe there's something that you can give us today, Jennifer, that will help a veteran. Something that maybe Russ doesn't even know, something that's going on. What do you got for me?
I do have something, and it's called the Annie app.
All right. Tell us about that.
So the VA set up, and it's called the Annie app. And what it is you download the app, and it does a plethora of information. It gives you the opportunity to set reminders to take your medicine, reminders for your appointments. What else does it do? I made notes. Tips for managing diabetes and stress. So it'll automatically send you. So if you have diabetes, that'll be in your record. And you can, I haven't downloaded it yet to try it out, but I intend to do that today and see what all it does for you. But it will send you tips for managing things that you have conditions that you have, like stress and diabetes and things like that, or
Cardiovascular, all that stuff. Yeah. Okay.
right. And then maybe time to take a rest. I have fibromyalgia, and sometimes I need a reminder, hey, you need to stop and rest for a little bit,
True.
to keep your energy up for the long haul for today. And reminder about appointments. And all the info that you send is available to your clinical team at the VA.
I see.
So if you have concerns, or if you are tracking, like for me, I track my symptoms on a calendar. So if you do that on Annie, that's all available to your clinical team. So when you go to your appointment, they can pull that up. I
That's
thought that
great.
was amazing.
That's nice. Yeah, I like that. I like that. How about
Yeah,
how about
yeah.
do you get into the burial stuff that they entitled to? You haven't delved into that area yet.
No, I haven't dove into that area yet.
That's a
That
big
is
area.
on the list, right?
That's a big area.
So I've been working with the Dublin VA to get information out. We've been passing each other, tag you're it in telephone calls.
Uh-huh.
So, but the plan is to get things out, information out that people don't know about. So,
Right.
for
Right.
example, the burial information, right? Who can be buried at Arlington? Who can be buried at, your local or your state veterans
Right. That's true.
cemeteries?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do they pay for benefit, burial benefits? How
Yeah.
much do you get? You
They
get a
do.
headstone?
True. True.
Things like that.
Okay. How about the flight to Washington for those veterans in the second?
Oh, yeah.
You know
The honor
about that?
flight?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's available
My,
to at no cost. but most people don't. I haven't taken it myself, but most people don't know about it or just haven't taken it.
Right, right. Have you been on it?
No, I said I haven't been on it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I
We're
didn't
gonna
catch
push him
that.
this year to go on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we want you to
I'll
go.
go with
I go
you.
from West Boca to East Boca. That's it.
That's okay. I'm gonna have somebody pick you up and take you because I think it's time you do this.
I'm not. I don't.
You don't like to fly?
Well, I used to be in control tower.
Well, there you
I was
go.
a controller.
He was a control in the control tower, so you should go.
Yeah, I've been on a number of different craft, helicopters and all that, small planes, whatever. Yeah. So yeah. I haven't been up for a while though.
Well, I'll go with you.
Are you gonna run up there, Jennifer? Are you gonna go to the Washington piece?
The Washington what?
Are you gonna go to the flight? The
Oh,
memorial
yeah.
they have there?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
eventually.
Right. Why did you decide to take on this job? Because it's a monumental job. It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
Yeah.
I don't see it as a monumental job. I had a calling,
Okay. Well, if
and
in my opinion, if you have a calling to help you get funded and, help other folks to get funded, because they need business loans and all of that stuff, how to pay off debt reduce, elimination programs. I mean, there's so much.
right?
And some of whom have those student loans that they carried over from, went to college for a couple of years, but didn't pay them off yet. And so that's hanging over their head. But anyway, I'm saying since you have so much to do, I would suggest putting a nonprofit organization together so you can reach out and get some volunteers. One, two, get some funding to help you manage things. So, there are a lot of grants, other, big corporations and institutions will give you funding if you're handling veterans' concerns. So I would do that if I were you.
Okay, thank you.
I
Yeah,
can
we'll
help
get
you
that
do
put together.
Get back in touch with you and help you. I have one. If you go to hcjohnsonfoundation.org, you'll see the one that I put up years ago. I mean,
Yes, that
H as in happy, B, C as in cash, johnsonfoundation.org.
okay.
It's a 501c3. It's been sitting there for about 35 years. And I've done some scholarships for kids and all that stuff. But
Oh, that's great.
it's on the website.
Now the studio and the foundation that we have.
Yeah.
Russell was gracious enough to give us somebody to put the foundation together, and it's up and going. So we have one of our students that is graduate. He's a master's graduate. It's Baxton. He's leaving to go live in Atlanta. He's going up to, so he has volunteer, and he's going to be in touch with you when he gets back on Monday. He's only here one more week. He's going to help you organize other volunteers, other interns, other producers to help you get some of the stuff you need done
That's great.
with a phone call, in-house, or a combination of both. He's very versed on everything that we do and how we do it. He does our movie videos. There's more outreach that he's going to offer because what we like to do is we like to get more businesses to come in, just like Russell's talking about right now, and join the cause. The burial, I have somebody who I'm going to reach out to today and see if they do VA burials, because when I buried my brother, I did not know that producing that 214 opened up the door. He had the flags. He had everything.
Wow.
He was in the Navy. Everything, including the burial spot, was paid for. I was shocked because he had never said anything to me
They
about
just
this.
wanted to get it done so it wasn't a burden on the family.
And I had to drive 2 hours and 20 minutes to the Poconos to bury him from the Bronx because he died in the Bronx. And then his wish was to be buried in a military grave in the Poconos. And they prayed for everything, including the limos that drove him out there for 2.5 hours.
Wow, that is awesome.
I was shocked, I got to tell you.
So
Amazing.
You're in a good arena, and a lot of those big corporations and nonprofits will help assist you, once you get the word out that you wanted to do this and put the nonprofit together, and they give you grant money
Right.
too. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Well, talk a little bit about yours.
My foundation,
Yes.
HC John, but it's been sitting there for 35 years. But if you read it, it says that to provide help, guidance, direction for veterans who need help and members of their families. So when you go on the website, you see that I was giving grants out to certain members of the families who got grants to go to school and finish college.
Yep.
That's
but
fantastic.
You can do a ton of things.
Now, Russell, so that you know, is very humble, because this gentleman, and he hates it when I do this, but this gentleman has worked with Oprah Winfrey when she started. This gentleman owned radio stations in Washington, and if you look him up, you'll see that he's been around for a real long time. He's helped an enormous amount of students. He's done not-for-profits. He's raised money. He's given people an opportunity to have careers in different facets of work that are still being used today. He's brought in people in here that we still do work with. So he's a little bit humble in what he does and how he does, but he's been a tremendous influence on the kids in here, and he teaches people to keep on fighting, a little bit like you, Jessica. You got to keep up the good fight on good day, bad days, and everything else. And he's an advocate. He's an advocate for a lot of things, but the veteran, which is close to my heart, because my brother was a vet, and my father was a vet, and my uncles were all lifers in the Army.
Wow.
And I grew up around that mentality, and it's a different mentality. But if you need help and it's there, like the Annie piece that you were talking about, you should know about it. He has this foundation that he has helped a lot of people in the past. He has a very colorful career. And he loves to get attention, but not through himself, but through other people. So I thought that he was a good fit for you to meet, to kick this thing off. I got some other people that I want you to meet. I got people that are going to come to help you.
That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, but that's one of the reasons that we push to get AMP up into Atlanta. There's a radio station that I reached out to as well that I'm going to introduce you to. There's a lot of things that we can pick on. We just got to step on the right stones, make it happen. But you got to keep up the good fight, because without you there, there's not going to be anybody there. That's what it comes down to.
That's
so
true. Yeah, that's what I asked her. I said, why did she volunteer to do this? So
it's a calling.
it's a calling. Yeah.
And she's the one that created it. And, you know, she provided the crayons, and all we're doing is helping her with the colors.
Nonprofit for
Oh,
it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So she needs to put that
Yeah.
together.
Well, and, you know, and
Yeah.
again, you're not alone.
Work on that.
You know, like I say this to all my vet friends, you're not alone. We're here to help
Yeah.
in any number of ways that we can. Now we get this guy involved. At the end of the day, you're going to say, boy, am I happy that I met Russ Johnson.
Well, I already am.
We have an old
It's
saying.
it's an honor. It's an honor to meet you, Russ. And you know, we're all in. It's like, even though we're all different branches, we still serve the same purpose. We're all in the fight together.
Yeah.
And now we're in a different fight together. And if we collaborate with one another, then we get the information out to whoever needs it. And it's a bigger venue at that point.
Yeah. And then you can always turn to the Volunteers of America. That's the hundreds of thousands of people all across the country, and they let them know what you're doing, and they come in and help you too in terms of getting things done.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
I wrote it down.
Making as much noise as possible.
Yeah.
There's an old saying that when Russell shows up, good things happen in the studio.
Oh,
So this is
I don't
no
doubt
exception.
that.
This is no exception, and we only got 2 minutes left. And again, I want to congratulate you for letting us come with the studio and our not-for-profit and all our connections. We're going to bring it up there. There's a couple of other places, and I'm going to introduce you. You know JoJo in Melbourne. She has the restaurants up there.
No, okay.
She's agreed also to open up a satellite office in Melbourne.
is
We're
it
going to
right?
be
Oh,
we're going to
wow.
be working with Tim Tebow in January as well. That's going to be an interesting story.
Wow.
And then we're talking also to Arizona. You know who that lady is. She's on your network as well. to see if we can go out there. And then this morning I got a phone call for the not-for-profit to be open in Sarasota.
Wow.
So we're thinking of opening up a store there as well
You know, from still there.
in
Nice.
Sarasota, and it's a music studio where they do music videos and everything else. It's all colored in green. It's a beautiful place, but I'm thinking about jingles for you. I'm thinking about the merchandise for
A
you,
lot of chapters.
all of that, all across the country, so
right,
that you
right.
can actually reach out to the people in these things and put them on the show for whatever they're offering, whatever the message is. Because there's a veteran, believe it or not, in every state of the union.
Yeah.
So what we got to do is reach out to that one vet and let it mushroom from there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All the help we can get.
Absolutely.
She's a rapper.
Yep.
All right, we're good.
Absolutely.
All right, Jennifer, take it away. Thank you for having us on the show.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Russ. Thanks, Freddie.
Have a good one. Thank you.
You too. Okay. So thank you again for being with us. We had a fantastic show today. If you don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you're on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, go ahead and go to YouTube and like and subscribe. You'll get notifications. We are on at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesdays. This week it got pushed. So sorry for any inconvenience there. And if you want to get a hold of us, beachjammedia@gmail.com. And here's the swag site. So if you want to get the swag, you got to go to the site. So we'll catch you next time at the beach.
In the calm of early morning, when the day begins anew, we pause to reflect. May holds a special significance beyond just being another month. It is time for solemn remembrance, gratitude, and honoring those who've made tremendous sacrifice for our freedom. To all who served in the military across all branches and the National Guard, to the veterans, and to the families who support them through thick and thin, we express our heartfelt thanks. Your courage, sacrifice, and unwavering dedication inspired us deeply. As we commemorate Military Appreciation Month, we recognize the importance of standing by our newest recruits. Those brave individuals venturing into an unknown, responding to duties called with determination, deserve our utmost respect and guidance. Equally important is our commitment to support those actively serving in the Air Force, Coast Guard, Army, Navy, Marines, Space Force, and National Guard. Whether deployed abroad or stationed at home, they carry out their duties with honor and integrity. It is our responsibility to ensure they have the resources, care, and unwavering support necessary to fulfill their missions. So, as we observe Military Appreciation Month, let's unite in gratitude and solidarity. Let's honor the past, support the present, and inspire the future. To all who serve, have served, and those who stand beside them, we extend our deepest appreciation. Happy Military Appreciation Month.
Thank you for tuning in to Beach Jam Media with your host, Jennifer Corbin-Carson. We hope today's dive into hot topics and valuable resources left you feeling refreshed and inspired. Our mission is to keep you informed and engaged as we ride the waves of what washes up in life together. Until next time, stay curious, keep the conversation flowing, ask questions, and let the glisten of the shoreline guide your journey. Goodbye.